So setting up to saw your wood, we're going to do that in 4 steps. 1, setting up the wood. 2, how to hold the saw. 3, the position of your body. And 4, the position of the saw in relation to the line on the wood. So let's start with setting up your wood. It's vital that your wood is flat so that you can saw it square. So please move all this stuff out the way and place your wood in the bench hook flat. Make sure your face side is up and the piece that you're wanting to cut off is on your left. Now you can see, I move that, you can see that my wood isn't sitting straight. So I need to make it flat with 2 pieces of scrap. If the piece of wood that you're cutting off is quite long, then you can put a piece of scrap under that as well. Remember not to have your piece hanging over the edge or it could fall on the floor. So I forgot to say too that the bench hook is also not only a support for your wood, it's sacrificial so you can cut into it, and there's a support on it so that your saw can be leant against that and saw straight. So that's our wood position. Now we need to look at how to hold the saw. This is a tenon saw. It's used for furniture making. It has a rigid back so you get straight square cuts. The teeth are positioned to cross cut across the wood and it will carry away the sawdust. Now holding the saw, wrap your hand around the handle more towards the top if that feels more balanced and comfortable, and extend your index finger out along the handle, and that's really important. This will steady you as you're sawing, it'll help you to go straight and it will help stop the saw from wobbling. So that's the position of the saw. Now we want to know the position of your body, also important. Step back a little from the workbench and put your left foot forward. Extend your hand out onto the bench hook and lean into the wood. Align your shoulder with the line on the wood, and your elbow should just brush softly past the inside, just brush softly past your body so that you're all in a line there. And the last thing to set up is the position of the saw in relation to the line. Now let me tell you something first. All the wood to the right of your line is called a waste. We don't waste it, we use it, but it's called a waste. And when you saw a piece of wood, our aim is to leave the line completely around the wood. And so that means placing the saw on the waste side of the line. However, it's easy to get confused, and I just want to do an experiment to show how important it is. If I was to place my saw on the non-face side of the line, then you'd know immediately that I'd be cutting into the piece that I want and lose the thickness of the saw doing so. But more to my point, I would need to keep an eye on where I'm sawing. I would need to peer over the saw, and as I did, it will move my saw out of alignment, so I can't get an accurate cut. So always keep your saw on the waste side of the line. You are now ready to saw.